Hey guys, it's Brianna. Welcome back to my channel. I know that I've been away for a little while and I am sorry. Life has been lifing and I have been so busy, but today I thought it would be great if we did a batch juicing recipe. So I have here some Fuji apples, some carrots, some beets, and I have some ginger. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep all of my ingredients and let's get juicing. So I like to let the veggies and fruits soak for a few minutes. I know the bottle says that it only has to be about 30 seconds, but I like to let mine soak because I know everyone is always touching the fruits and veggies at the store and they're covered in dirt. So I like to just let it get a little extra cleansing, and then I like to go in and manually scrub them with a bamboo brush. When it comes to your ginger, make sure you break it apart because there's always a lot of dirt in these crevices. So I really like to try to make sure I'm breaking them apart and just scrubbing, because still, even after soaking pieces of ginger, there's always still like some dirt left behind. So now that everything is washed, I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping everything, just slicing some of these apples up and getting them prepared to go into the juicer. They don't really need a lot of prep, but you know, just to give the juicer a little slack and make it a little bit easier on the juicer, I'm gonna go ahead and chop some of these apples up.
But the most important part is, I like to cut the top part off, just because, you know, they're in the ground, they're dirty, so I always like to cut that off, because no matter how much scrubbing I do, I don't feel like it's enough when it comes to carrots, so I'm always chopping that piece off.
Okay, now when it comes to me prepping my beets, I always like to take this part off the top. Some people might prefer to keep it, but like I said, this is also very rooty. It's always in the ground. I don't feel comfortable putting that in my juice. It's not that I don't think the juicer would be able to juice it or anything, but this is just a personal preference and I don't want that piece in my juice. So I always make sure to chop that off and get rid of it. Please be careful what you're wearing when you juice your beets. Beets will definitely stain your clothing, your counters, your fingers. So if you need to, you can always wear gloves if that's what you prefer. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with my carrot apple ginger juice. This is my favorite. I don't have direct measurements for this. I kind of just go with the flow. I don't need my juice super sweet, so I have a good balance of carrots and apples. So I'm gonna go ahead and load this thing up with carrots right now, some apples, and I definitely have to throw in a few hunks of ginger just to start this first batch off. And there we go. So like I was saying, I was giving you guys information about these mason jars. So these you can pick up at your local Target, Walmart, Kroger, Publix, whatever grocery store that you normally use. In the aisles, they also make these little lids that go on. These are their leak-proof lids. I like these because it's so easy when I'm transporting these, when I am freezing them in my freezer. I don't necessarily care to use the ones that come with these mason jars, even though I know some of you guys in the comments says that it'll be easier for me to, you know, seal it so that I can try to preserve them and let them last longer. I just prefer not to do it that way, but if you prefer to just use the lids that come with it and use whatever device that you can buy to help seal it in longer, that is perfectly fine. That's just not a preference of mine. For anybody who is interested, I will put a link so that you can find these. sometimes, like I said, it is summertime, so a lot of people are wanting to do a lot of canning and a lot of juicing or just preserving different items, different fruits, different veggies, making pickles and peppers and different things like that. So they may be harder to find, so sometimes you do have to look on Amazon, and I can put my Amazon link if you guys are interested so that you can go ahead and get that juice as well. And that's my juice. And this is how much pulp I had left. So that's not a bad amount at all. Perfect. So that was the perfect amount. I'm gonna just give it a little taste. Oh my gosh. That is so good. It's very strong from the ginger. I love that I feel like a little burn there. Love that so much. It is definitely more heavy on the carrot side, but there is still a great amount of sweetness from the apple. Not to the point where it's going to give you a toothache because it's so sweet like a Kool-Aid or a store-bought juice. But this stuff is so good. Oh my gosh. This is definitely one of my most favorite drinks to make, but I've never made it where it was more heavy on the carrots, so I'm excited that I did that. And I think this is a great way for anybody who wants to start drinking carrot juice, like plain carrot juice, and maybe you're not able to do it. Juice mostly carrots, put in a few apples. Like I said, I did about 2 pounds of carrots, about 4 apples, and a heavy amount of ginger. And that really did wonders for this juice, and it was so good. I think I'll continue to make it this way because I know carrots are very good for your eye health, and I do wear glasses and contacts, so any little bit of help I can get, I'll take it. So I'm gonna go ahead, sit these back here so we can go ahead and get to juicing the next batch. So next, what I'm going to do is just do apples, ginger, and beets. Normally I would clean this out, but I've done carrots, beets, apples, and it's not going to take away from the taste or anything if I just keep this same thing because most of the ingredients are the same minus the carrots. So I, as far as my personal preference, am not going to rinse this juicer. However, if you're at home, you can go ahead and rinse it out. So you can go ahead and get started on your next recipe if you feel like mixing these ingredients will bother you. But I promise you will not taste any carrot that may be left behind. So next I'm going to go in with the beets that I had. There are a lot of beets for this recipe. I don't think I've ever juiced with so many beets. So I think for this one probably will be a little bit sweeter because I also have a good amount of apples that I'm adding in. And then I also have a few pieces of ginger I'm gonna add in as well, because I think it's important to just have that balance. And I want ginger in every single recipe that I have, so. I'm gonna load that up and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so we are just about done with the beet juice now. And I always like to strain my beet juice. So I'm gonna go ahead, get whatever's left in there. I definitely say the juicer did very well getting all of this out because that's all that we have left as far as pulp. And now let's go ahead and pour up this juice. Perfect. So we actually have a little bit left, so I can try it. I literally smell the ginger, so I know this one's gonna be pretty strong too. But I love to have a strong ginger drink. So let's go ahead, all right, and try it out. Cheers. so, y'all, that is so good. And I'm tasting my little ginger. This one also is so good. Okay guys, so that was the end of the video. I thank you so much for watching, and I thank you guys for staying tuned to me. I know I've been gone for a little bit, but I am back. Let me know in the comments whatever you would like to see. And also make sure that you follow me on my socials, TikTok, Instagram, because I do post some things there as well. And if you want to keep up with me and see more about what I'm doing, I'll post a little bit more there for you guys. But thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing on my videos. I truly appreciate it. So please let me know what else I can do, what else you guys would like to see. We'll go from there. See you guys next time.